What would you do if the love of your life was torn away from you by war? How far would you go to keep that love alive? This is the story of Ahmed and Aisha, two young lovers separated by the Boko Haram insurgency, who defied the odds and kept their love alive through letters. In the heart of northern Nigeria, amidst the turmoil and chaos, their letters became their lifeline, their hope, and their promise of a future together. Before the war, life in their village was simple and idyllic. Ahmed, known for his soulful poetry, would often recite verses inspired by the beauty of their surroundings, the rustling leaves of the baobab trees, the gentle flow of the nearby river, and the vibrant colors of the sunset. His words had a way of capturing the essence of life, love, and the land they cherished. Aisha, on the other hand, was a dreamer with a deep fascination for the stars. She spent countless nights lying on a woven mat under the open sky, pointing out constellations and whispering her dreams of exploring the vast universe beyond their village. She believed the stars held stories of their own, stories of hope and endless possibilities. Their love blossomed in this serene environment, finding solace in each other's company. Ahmed would often accompany Aisha on her stargazing adventures, crafting poems about the constellations and their shared dreams. Their laughter echoed through the village, a testament to their deep bond and the joy they found in each other's presence. But this peaceful existence was abruptly shattered. The shadow of conflict loomed ominously over their village, casting a dark veil over their once vibrant world. The sounds of laughter and poetry were replaced by the harsh realities of war, gunfire, cries for help, and the scent of burning homes. The tranquility they once knew was now a distant memory, replaced by the constant fear of what the next day might bring. On a fateful night, the village was cloaked in an unsettling silence, broken only by the distant rustle of leaves and the occasional bark of a dog. Suddenly, the tranquility was shattered by the deafening roar of gunfire and the ominous glow of flames licking the night sky. Panic erupted as Boko Haram insurgents stormed the village, their shouts mingling with the terrified screams of villagers. Ahmed and Aisha, who had been sitting under their favorite baobab tree, were jolted by the chaos. They clung to each other for a brief moment, eyes wide with fear, before realizing the imminent danger. Grabbing Aisha's hand, Ahmed tried to lead her to safety through the narrow, winding paths of their beloved village, but the attack was swift and merciless. As the invaders closed in, the crowd surged, and the lovers were caught in the frantic tide of fleeing villagers. The smoke from burning huts stung their eyes, and the cacophony of cries and explosions drowned their desperate shouts for each other. In the heart of the chaos, Ahmed felt Aisha's hand slip from his grasp, her name a strangled cry on his lips as she was swept away by the panicked throng. Aisha, now separated from Ahmed, was pushed and jostled as she tried to fight her way back to him. Her heart pounded with terror and desperation, each second stretching into an eternity. She glanced back, catching a fleeting glimpse of Ahmed through the smoke and bodies, his face etched with the same fear and helplessness that mirrored her own. In that moment, both Ahmed and Aisha feared the worst. The love that had been their sanctuary was now a fragile thread, threatened by the storm of violence that engulfed them. Each of them was swallowed by the night, their only hope, the faint promise of finding each other again amidst the darkness and destruction. In the heart of northern Nigeria, amidst the turmoil and chaos of the Boko Haram insurgency, Ahmed and Aisha clung to the hope of reuniting, even though they had no news of each other's whereabouts. Each day was a test of their resilience and determination. Ahmed survived by moving through various camps, often seeking refuge in makeshift shelters or abandoned buildings, his heart heavy with the longing for Aisha. He worked tirelessly, assisting camp organizers in setting up temporary living spaces and helping new arrivals. Aisha, on the other hand, found herself in an IDP, internally displaced persons camp far from her home, surrounded by strangers who shared her plight. Despite the daily struggles, she poured her energy into teaching children, helping with medical aid, and supporting the camp's efforts to maintain some semblance of normalcy. Her thoughts were always with Ahmed, and she channeled her love and longing into every letter she wrote, hoping that somehow, someday, her words would reach him. The camp organizers often relied on a traveling merchant who delivered messages within the various IDP camps. This merchant, a kind-hearted man, had become a vital link for the displaced families yearning for news of their loved ones. One fateful day, as the merchant arrived to deliver his usual letters, Ahmed volunteered to pick up the mail for the man in charge of the camp. As he sorted through the letters, his heart stopped at the sight of a familiar handwriting. It was Aisha's. Ahmed's hands trembled as he carefully opened the letter, his eyes quickly scanning the words. He could hardly believe it. Aisha was alive. With his heart pounding, Ahmed sought out the merchant and urgently queried him about the letter's author. "Who wrote this letter? Where did you get it?" Ahmed asked, his voice filled with desperation and hope. The merchant, seeing the intensity in Ahmed's eyes, described Aisha in detail. "She's a remarkable young woman. She helps the people in the other camp write letters, teaches in the makeshift school, and assists as much as she can. She's a beacon of hope for many there." Tears of joy streamed down Ahmed's face as he listened. Aisha was not only alive, but also making a difference in the lives of others. Overwhelmed with emotion, Ahmed begged the merchant to deliver a personal letter to her. "Please, I need you to take this letter to her," Ahmed pleaded, his voice shaking. "Tell her that I'm coming for her, that I love her, and that we will be together again." The merchant, moved by Ahmed's earnest request, agreed to help. Ahmed quickly wrote a heartfelt letter, pouring all his love and determination into every word. He described how he discovered Aisha was alive through the merchant and how he survived through thick and thin. He wrote about the days he went hungry, nearly getting killed in a crossfire between the insurgents and the national forces, and his unending happiness to know she was alive. "My dearest Aisha," he wrote, "knowing you are alive has given me a new strength. I miss you more than words can express, and I will do everything in my power to find you." Please tell us what you think. Will Ahmed find Aisha? Are they going to reconnect in one piece? Find out in the next episode, but until then, subscribe and have a nice one.